station, and I am so elated that you could join me on the show this lovely week. We have come to the 16th day in the month of August 2021, and I dare say it's going to be a great day. It's going to be a fantastic day, and I'm looking forward to the show with you today. 21 minutes gone past 12. We're going to kickstart our conversation with NAPTIP. They've come out to say that they'll be using Towncriers in their fight against human trafficking. We'll talk about that shortly. At 1 o'clock, the news update kicks in, and right after at 1:30, we connect to BBC's Talk Your Own. At 2 p.m., I get joined by the new series on family matters, and that is the package on the show for you today. Don't go away.
Different ideologies,
different perspectives.
Share your views on the sunny side.
92.3 Nigeria Info.
Let's talk.
Let's talk.
Conversation begins here. Let's start with the National Agency for the Prohibition of Trafficking in Persons, NAPTIP, saying that they will engage local town criers to help in spreading its message against human trafficking. Now, while they were speaking on Friday the 13th of this month at the agency's headquarters in Abuja, while hosting a delegation from the International Organization for Migration, led by its country chief of mission, France Celestine, NAPTIP's head in a statement that was titled NAPTIP, IOM set to improve collaboration to tackle human trafficking and irregular migration. Now, the agency's Director General, Bashir Mohammed, represented by Nesan, said that NAPTIP's mandates touch various families in the country. And I'm just going to quickly quote what they said in the statement. I want NAPTIP's anti-human trafficking messages to be in the minds and the doorsteps of all Nigerians, irrespective of their languages and locations. We shall use radio, television, newspapers, social media platforms, Nollywood actors, and even local town criers. Nigerians need to know more about NAPTIP, the various offences and punishments attached to them, as well as the various legislations put in place to correct our citizens from all forms of exploitation. End of quote. Now, my emphasis, obviously, of this conversation is the use of local town criers. Think about it. Do you think perhaps that would help in our fight against human trafficking? So you know how local town criers obviously work. They go with their gong and they go come from one street to the other, or from one door to the other. I'm trying to look for something in the studio to depict what it's actually going to be like. Oh, so I could use this and say, "Make una hear o, human trafficking. It is very bad. No do That's just me fooling around. But you get the idea of, that option. So when I read this report, the extensive full report that is, it got me thinking about the possibility of creating awareness through local town criers. As a matter of fact, that was our major medium of communication many years ago. People are literally, of course, because there were no mobile phones, there was no internet, there was no, telecommunication device wherein people can actually receive information at the same time from wherever location they are, like we do today. So that was the major means of disseminating information from one people to another people, the town criers. So are we saying perhaps mobile phones, the internet, easy access to information, technology, and data is not sufficient to send the message home? We now need to resort back to the things that we used to do, back to our methods of old, which is using local town criers. Of course, you would want to look at it logically and as in a very objective way as you could. Think about the rural areas, for instance. People who may not have mobile phones, may not have access to social media or to data onto the internet, for instance. Yes, if you think about it that way, you obviously would see the relevance of the option of local town criers being used in present day to, pass information about human trafficking in this instance, but it could really be about anything. Now, think about it. Imagine local town criers being used to, pass information about insecurity or, taxation or education or health or COVID-19. Think about it. Well, that works. A big question on this hour is, do you think that town criers can actually help reduce human trafficking in Nigeria? Just a couple of weeks ago, I think about 2 weeks ago or so, I had some victims in here in the studio with me on the show who came to talk about their experience. They had been taken to Libya for inhumane purposes, and I remember particularly the lady in question who joined me on the show obviously shared the most gory experience I could ever think a human could go through. And to think, people are literally going through this because maybe not dead people, they fall prey to human trafficking. So if looking down at it critically, we're looking to spread more awareness, we're looking to increase information and knowledge, expand knowledge about the dangers of, traveling with people you do not know or have promised you greener pasture, not knowing, under the guise of that, obviously, not knowing that you're being trafficked to another country for slavery or whatever else reason there could be. Do you think perhaps sending a message home with local town criers would actually help reduce the rate at which human trafficking has become such a luxurious and such a profitable business in Nigeria? The phone lines are open. The floor is yours. 28 minutes gone past 12. Let's talk. 0817-923-0002, 0817-923-0003. You can also call 0817-923-0007 or the female caller line 0817-923-0009. We're also on WhatsApp. The WhatsApp number is 0809-0306416. We're also streaming live on Facebook, so you can join us on there. Watch us as you drop your comments on Facebook Live at Nigeria Info 92.3 PH. Hello, good afternoon. All right, call to call me back. Remember, when you do call, to turn down the volume on your radio so we can have a smooth conversation. The big question once again is, do you think town criers can actually help reduce human trafficking in Nigeria? And perhaps by extension, do you think we should begin to adopt the use of local town criers in disseminating important information such as COVID-19, insecurity, education, and all the likes? Hello, good afternoon.
Hello, good morning.
Good afternoon, go ahead. Hello? Hello?
Hello.
Yes, good afternoon.
Gabby, good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon.
This is Mr. Zion from Port Harcourt.
Go ahead.
Is that the solution to the problem? It seems that this guy just wants to waste time or wants to just make round of the news whenever we are looking for something to keep Nigerians busy. Poverty, illiteracy, hunger is the reason people have been sold into slavery present day. Some people voluntarily traffic themselves. A lot of ladies traffic themselves in this country in search of greener pasture. Young men voluntarily go into crime just to sell themselves or traffic themselves to be recognized internationally. What problem? Hardship. Why don't they convert these same town criers to not just town crying along the community? They don't vote for APC and PDP. Don't vote for APC and PDP. That is the solution to our problem. If we cannot fix the economy, If you like, go to the ancestors and ask them to tell our children not to traffic themselves. The ancestors only waste their time. We should for once be holistic and be objective in realities facing us in this country. The men that smuggle themselves to handle the affairs of this nation, the state and our local government, are men who understood nothing about growing an economy. They don't even understand how nations are growing. They don't even have any plan, no strategic plan to raise the economy of Nigeria. And you say we should go and tell the town crier to stop people not to traffic themselves when they heard that Libya is paying, when they heard that Dubai is paying. As we are talking now, some of them are getting information that soon Afghanistan will be paying and will be preparing to go to Afghan. And you are talking about go to the village town criers. How many people, what's the population of people in the villages today? I'm telling you, if you go to some villages now, the village is as quiet as empty. What we see is only old people and little abandoned children. Why don't you remember the same broadcast here in Port Harcourt, here in Lagos and other satellite communities? Engages youth into reality and meaningful work. I don't like when I hear government agencies subjecting themselves to such ridicule. Mr. Zion.
All right, Mr. Zion, thank you so much for your thoughts. Good afternoon.
Hello.
Good afternoon. Welcome to the show.
Gabby, good afternoon.
You're welcome.
My name is Towncriers.
Okay, go ahead.
And I'm calling from Aba.
All right.
Using local Towncriers to convey the message to the local people is a welcome development and is a very nice idea. You know, when you talk of people in the local community, they don't, most of them don't have access to Instagram, Facebook, and other social media networks. So that using Towncriers remains the best option, because you know how this Towncriers functions very early in the morning, where people are still on their bed, where the environment is relatively calm. They will come and make the announcement, and everybody in that local community will hear you. And I also want to say that other messages should be passed through these local Towncriers, not only about child trafficking and all that, but other sensitive information should be passed through them so that the people will get the message across. That's my contribution. Towncriers is my name from Aba.
All right, thank you so much, Towncrier, for your thoughts. Good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon, Dennis.
Good afternoon.
Gabi. Let me also support the previous caller, Mr. Towncrier. My name is Clement.
Go ahead.
Gabi, you understand that we're talking about the villages, right? The rural areas.
Especially, yes.
These are places where, of course, there are no electricity, and we know their level of getting information. Our telecommunication has not been able to get down there because we know that these telecommunications are out for business, and they do not have much of people that can afford to buy GSM in that community. So that is why they are not there yet, right? So, in other words, you cannot get, they cannot actually get access to these, like they will call it 21st century gadget over there. So the best way that they can get it, or information, is through the Towncriers. And permit me to say that it's not a new thing. They have been using Towncriers even during the time of COVID-19. I was in one of the rural areas, and I actually love the way the Towncrier actually sent the message down to the people right there, and it was well understood They use English and they also use their language to pass the message during the lockdown. And I also want to say that even while they are, even during the time of during campaigns, they also use Towncriers to pass their messages too. I think INEC voter registration is going on now currently. Somebody was in the studio and said that they should also use Towncriers to pass these messages as well. So it's not just for human trafficking. I think government should actually look into it and actually invest. In fact, hire somebody. The councillors, the chairman use these Towncriers also. Even here in Port Harcourt, I will give you an example. In Rumokuta Market, there's a lady that goes around, because of Tranaza Market, including Rumola Market, there's a lady that goes around with a gong and is sitting, and she's passing a message, and she's sending it very well. So Towncrier, I mean, it's something that you can do. So the ones that want to take it on that level can use megaphone to send it. After all, we hear megaphone preachers now and then. So why are these preachers on the streets, in the marketplace and all that? Why would they take their preaching to Facebook, to the radio, or to other source of personal information? Why are they going to the market to do all this? That is because they have actually gotten a way to amplify their voices, right? So the same thing can be applied to Towncriers as well. Get the megaphone, at least upgrade them, So for me, it's a very good idea. Provided the message is being passed and society is safe. It's a good one. Thank you.
Thank you so much for your comments, Clement. I appreciate that. On Facebook, Decent Francis says, to pass down the message and educate the people about the dangers of human trafficking. Yes. All right. Decent Francis. On the WhatsApp now, the numbers once again, perhaps you don't have them or you missed them. So call in 0817-923-0002, 0817-923-0003. You can also, and perhaps for every other thing else like you mentioned, that's from Justina from Uniport. Thank you very much, Justina, for your comments. Good afternoon. Apologies for that. Do all to call back. Remember that when you do call, you turn on the volume on your radio so I can hear you clearly. 0817-923-0002, 0817-923-0003. You can also call 0817-923-0007 or the female caller line 0817-923-0009. The WhatsApp number once again is 0809-030-6416.
Hello, good afternoon, Daddy.
It's Gabby. Good afternoon.
Can you hear me, please?
You're
Hello?
welcome to the show. Go ahead.
Hello, can you hear me, please?
Yes, I can. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay, beautiful. I want to add my voice to the contributions that have been made so far. The idea of using Towncriers to disseminate information and it has to do with human trafficking, I think is a noble idea, a welcomed one. Reason being that most of the vulnerable people that are not well informed about this whole issue trafficking are those people there in the village, there in the rural areas. We find out that is where they go mostly to pick young ladies, young men, and tell them about how their intention to make them better is. And most of them they don't get that much information due to the fact of not being exposed to the recent technology. Even though you find radio in most underdeveloped communities, I think if Towncriers does that work, it will be welcome. It will go a long way to add more voice to what we are doing, both what you are doing on radio, on television, and even via social media. I think it's a welcome idea. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I mean, think about it. Imagine having to, pass whatever information in, the local dialect, because again, that's what these Towncriers are there for. So for people who are not really, fluent, with English language, imagine a Towncrier in your village, speaking your language, telling you what you need to know.
That is going to help. Even those that their children are not in the village, we start calling their
Hello? All right, thank you regardless for your thoughts on the matter. Yeah, I mean, that is just the beauty of it, you know. Again, the idea, the end goal obviously should be more important than whatever else happens in between, you know, because that's the idea of it. You want to pass information, and if people are aware, I don't think there's anybody who's aware that, look, fire is ahead or danger's ahead, and still go ahead, you know, and keep moving and keep making progress, progress in that direction. When you know that danger's ahead, you tend to slow down and, you know, apply caution. So imagine town criers in every locality, every village, being taught about security measures, being taught about, you know, health precautions against COVID-19, for instance, you know, and being taught about the importance of education, you know, ensuring that the children, you know, go to school or access free health care. It obviously would go a long way, you know. But I'm thinking, do you perhaps think that we need some sort of reminder, quote and unquote, in the urban, you know, areas as well? So imagine being in your house, chilling, seeing a movie, and then a town crier just walks down your street reminding you to wash your hands, or to, you know, emphasizing social distancing or physical distancing, or reminding you to be security alert or something. Do you think that is beautiful as well? Do you think that also should be a welcome development? 0817-923-0002, 0817-923-0003. You can also call 0817-923-0007, or the female caller line 0817-923-0009. WhatsApp 0809-030-6416. We're also on Facebook at Nigeria Info 92.3 PH. Good day, Gabby. This message from Owanete Clinton West reads, local town criers to pass information to reduce human trafficking. This is quite commendable and in the right direction. Our forefathers used local town criers to pass the message down and disseminate information to their subjects in the village. Yes, they did.
Hello?
And it always worked, you know. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yes, good afternoon. You're welcome to the show. Go ahead.
Yes, my sister, I think it is a very good and welcome development to pass information through Towncriers. So there are people who don't listen to radio. They don't listen to news. They don't watch television. All they do is maybe to base on what they heard from people, hearsay. So such group of persons can benefit through the use of Towncriers to pass information to them. It's a weapon development. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much for that. On WhatsApp, let's see, we've got some comments on here. On WhatsApp, Sir Ken says, Gabby, when the town crier tells the people not to get involved in trafficking, what solution will the government offer? Interesting question, Mr. Ken. I'll come back to that shortly. Good afternoon.
Hello?
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Go ahead.
Actually, Colin.
Yeah,
Towncriers is a welcome development. I've been mentioned by other people, but my contribution is for us to carry on such that there should be awareness to the community. If there will be any news ongoing on the media houses, they will also put it to the name of the community leaders, and also support the community leaders to carry on such information to their equal understanding. That is my take.
Thank you so much for that. Thank you very much for that. Back on WhatsApp, this here says, hello Gabby, good afternoon. For me, I think it's a welcome development. Indeed, it can help, pass more information. And when more people are better informed, it can reduce whatever social vice we're fighting against. That is from Wesley sending that in from Mokrishi. All right, let me come back to Sir Ken's comments. I believe it's Sir Ken. Yes. So when these town criers have passed the information, what solution would the government offer? Is it enough? Let me put the question this way: is it enough to have people better informed? What policies or what action plan should the government actually put in place to ensure that human trafficking is not as lucrative as it is? I believe that's what Sir Ken is trying to ask, and I think it's a valid question that people obviously need to know that there is something the government is actually doing to ensure that human trafficking and whatever negative social vice is not as lucrative as it used to be. All right, moving on now to other comments on WhatsApp. This here says, "Hello Gabby, good afternoon. For me, I do not buy the idea of local town criers. Are we going back to the time of old, the times of our forefathers? What really is going on here? Why can't the government send representatives to all the rural communities and villages across the country and help explain to the people practically, not with the use of town criers who may not really have the appropriate knowledge of what you're trying to pass? Imagine having a NAPTIP rep in that village passing the information themselves in a way that they can understand, or perhaps have an interpreter next to them so people can ask questions and they can answer as authorities in that field. Town criers would only come, reel out what they've been told, and that is it. What about if people do not understand what you're talking about? How can they be helped?" All right, thank you very much for this comment. No name on this message, but thank you regardless for your comment. And this here says, "Good afternoon, Gabby. For me, it's a welcome development. I appreciate NAPTIP for this, and I think the federal government should take you to disseminate information and create awareness about everything that they need to." And that's from Filipino Muncho. All right, Filipino Muncho, thank you very much for that. And moving on now, this here says, "Good afternoon, Gabby. Happy New Week. Welcome to a great week. For me, it's a welcome development. I hope that the government will take cue and do the needful." All right, that is from Bob Manuel from Eneka. Thank you very much, Bob Manuel. We have about 5 minutes left for this conversation, so I'd like to hear your thoughts. 0817-923-0002. 0817-923-0003. You can also call 0817-923-0007 or the female caller line 0817-923-0009. You can send a message via WhatsApp. The WhatsApp number is 0809 0306416. 0809 0306416. We're also on Facebook. Facebook is at Nigeria Info 92.3 PH. Good afternoon. Apologies for that. Do all to call me back. Hello. Oh dear, lost that again. 0817-923-0002, 0003, 0817-923-0007 or 0009. All right, let's take some more messages here. This is from Blessing from Umukuri. She says, "Hello Gabby, good afternoon. It's a welcome development, not just in the rural areas but also in the cities. It would help us all should we have town criers pass information on behalf of the government." All right, Blessing from Umukuri, thank you so much for that. Hello, good afternoon. Oh dear, lost that again. What is going on though? Hello, good afternoon. 0817-923-0002, 0817-923-0003. You can also call 0817-923-0007 or the female caller line 0817-923-0009. I'll have time for just one caller, and that's as much as we can take, and we'll wrap the conversation up. Good afternoon. Oh dear, lost that again. I guess I'll just take some messages then, and then we'll wrap this up. Let's see on WhatsApp. Hello Gabby, good afternoon. For me, it's a no. The the government should use, I'm sure you mean to say use the right funds, because they have it, to disseminate information, invest in ensuring that people are better equipped with mobile phones in our rural areas so that they can be in tune with development like in other parts of the world. All right, Victor, thank you very much for that. Good afternoon. Hello.
Yeah, welcome.
Good afternoon.
Yes, welcome. Good afternoon.
You're welcome. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm calling from Emmanuel, calling from Criers. I love the way you put your things on the stereo. There's one thing I wanted to get yesterday, Sunday. There's a message you people played for me yesterday.
All right, I guess that was not a call for this conversation, I guess. Anyway, we're going to wrap the conversation up right now. At 1 o'clock, the news update, and right after that, we get to connect to BBC Talking Own at 1:30. Yes, that happens at 1:30. I am Gabriella. Don't go away. Oh, and by the way, you just might expect a town crier down your street, you know. You never can tell, can you? So yeah, look out for that. You never know.